Hi everyone, today I wanted to show you a new game called Tales of Maj'Eyal, or I believe it's called like so. You can see here. This game is very interesting to me, and I wanted to showcase, but I don't really believe it's really interesting to watch, so it will be a single video. I'm running all the DLCs and plus I think I don't really see it. Yeah, these two mods. Or where is the second? Enhanced Object Compare and well, I guess I am only using Enhanced Object Compare. Whatever. And let me show you what this game is about. Okay, so to start off, you will choose your main race and main class. At the beginning, you won't have all the races and all the classes, but you will unlock them through doing some stuff in the game. Let's see. Let me take something easy. For example, a Sherlore elf, high elf, basically, and a archmage. I believe they are given from the beginning, so it will be a nice start. I will play the main campaign, which is Maj'Eyal Age of Ascendancy. Of course, there are other campaigns that you can also unlock through the gameplay. And let me play on Nightmare, but not on roguelike. For this video, I will play on Exploration, and I'll play on the Nightmare difficulty. And let's play. Now, you will start off straight away into the your main ability menu, like where you can level up your skills and stuff. It might be a little bit overwhelming, but it's okay. You'll learn it. The only tip I can give you is that if you're playing a mage or any given class, upgrade your health, upgrade your main damage ability. For me, it's intelligence. And if you have some, upgrade your main ability that gives you your resource. For example, willpower in my case gives me mana. It's simple. Like for example, if you're a melee class, you can just skill strength, dexterity, and health every time. And for my main spells, I will choose something interesting. Maybe this one, only one level, and this one. Every ability has a short description, what it does, and of course a lot of numerical stuff. So this game is all about you figuring out how these things scale, how these things works. For example, as you can see in my fire spell, oh come on, hit you. Okay, as you can see, my current talent level is 1, but effective talent level is 1.3. It's because my fire proficiency is 1.3. And it will scale, like on the second level it's 2.6, and on the third level it's 3.9, and on fourth level I gain the benefits of the fifth level. So yes, there is a lot of thinking with numbers in this game. But also, yes, I accept my changes, there is some lore. All the lore will be given you in text. There is no voiceover, sadly, but it's written really nicely. For example, here we are an apprentice in a University of Magic, and magic is prohibited in our world, so it has to be a covered operation. And our archmage, like our teacher, says, "Hey, wait a minute, I need your help. Go and teleport to space and defeat some enemies." And we say, "All right, of course, I will go to space. Here, our world here, and there's some mana worms and Lost Gorov, I guess. And here's our ability bar. Depending on your resolution, of course, the interface might be a little bit larger. I think you can make it larger, but for my benefit, I will keep it like that. So, right now I will need to arrange my spellbar because it's really busy. And I mean it, because you can get a lot of stuff here. Like, it's a really long spellbar and can fill very quickly. So let me put it here. Where's this ability? Let's put it here. My main damaging abilities I like to put it right at the front. This one is, for example, here. Healing ability here. Shield ability here. Another shield. Recharging my mana. My escape ability somewhere here, and utility damaging ability, for example, here. Okay. And let's see. This is the main gameplay of the game. So it's turn-based, and I select my spell. It automatically targets the nearest enemy, and I cast it. Some spells are instantaneous, some spells are not. For example, this Mana Worm, or this Losgorov, launched some projectile, and I can see it in the world, and I can see its speed, and I can predict where it will go in, like in my position. And for example, right now I used an arcane spell, which does only arcane damage, but you can see here it has 100% health. Why is that? Because it has 100% resistance to arcane damage, but it has a negative resistance or vulnerability to physical damage. So let me move out of the way and use my physical spell. Now let's move out. By the way, you can play this game entirely by a mouse, so I'll be using that because I don't have a numpad. Okay, please go away. Let's teleport. And why do I use this spell? I don't know. Also, there are achievements in this game, and there are a lot of them. For example, achievement in this area is to never get hit. This is a tutorial for a class mage specifically. For example, if you try to play as a different class, for example a warrior, you won't have it. You'll have a different start to this one. And I failed my achievement, but it's not that important. I already got it before. And what is interesting in this game, most of the games use achievements. You will get it on any difficulty and you got this achievement. But this game, it has achievement for each and every difficulty. So if you like this stuff, I guess it's for you. I have no mana. And also, as you have noticed, I don't have any potions. And if I open my inventory, I have only 2 things. I won't explain what they do, because if you play this game you will understand. But how do I heal? How do I do anything? Are there any consumables? No, this game doesn't have any consumables. All spells, all of them are spells. Like for example, my heal is a spell. For example, my shield is a rune that I inscribe on my body, and have a certain number of rune slots, and I have 2 shields. And a rune of mana surge, which helps me recover my mana. Now die. Okay, let's teleport here. And die. And this is a wormhole to the next level, but let me wait a bit. By pressing Z, I will enter I guess, auto exploration. And of course, before starting the auto exploration, my character will try to rest and regain all of its different resources. For a mage, it's mana. And what I like about this game, every single class has its own different resource. For example, there are clerics in this game, there are paladins in this game. And what do? They use celestial two celestial resources, in fact. I think it's solar, positive and negative energy. And one feeds into another. And there is quite a bit of interaction between them. Okay, you are also immune to arcane damage, so let me do that. And to be honest, out of all 2D, I guess, dungeon crawling roguelikes like this one is by far has the best mage experience I have seen. Also, important thing to note, as you can see, of course I can unlearn some spells in town, but not only does leveling up a spell increases its damage or maybe changes its cooldown or something, it also, for example, for a mana thrust, at level 3 it becomes a beam. Right now my mana thrust is a projectile. If I activate it, for example, here it's my mana thrust. It has to travel sometime, but my lightning spell is a beam. It's instantaneous. See? It just travels through here, and also it hits everything in its path. While this one is just a projectile. No, I don't want a map. Let me level up my generic point. I don't need that. Okay, I don't need it. Let's just teleport. Also, if you have seen me using teleport, it's not how it's going to work in the normal world. It's because I have a special condition on me right now. If I right click myself and inspect creature, I can see all the current effects affecting me. Also, I can see all my stats and everything else. As I said before, this game is all about numbers. You will encounter a lot of numbers and you will have to deal with it. This is a game where you have, for example, resistances, like a cap to resistances, the base resistances, and also resistance penetration, and also resistance penetration defense, and all kinds of stuff. Your healing is modified by a healing modifier, which is also, you have a life regen, and it's also modified by your heal modifier. Your health can be also lower than 0 if you find modifier. It's just crazy. And let's see, my current effect is a zone-wide effect, which makes my face door spell, well, not random, basically. I can choose where I go. So, to go down the stairs or into the next zone, I will use just a bigger or smaller. I think there is no way out of this level. Oh, no. I remember. The quest said that I have to stabilize these wormholes, and I have to shoot a spell to do that. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, if you don't know what to do, press J and you have your active spell, and it explains what you need to do. As you can see here, I have closed one wormhole, and it has some helpful tips and something like that. The game doesn't just throw you into the stuff straight away without explanation. No, it tries to help you, but you will have to do most of the work yourself, so just keep it in mind. Okay, this is getting a little bit scary. I don't like the spawn. Let's see. Let's make the best of our situation. Since I am playing on a nightmare difficulty, I can in fact die in this tutorial level, so I don't want to restart this. Well, I'm not going to restart, I just don't want to die. But death in this game is not the end. I think even in the roguelike difficulty you get... No, in the roguelike difficulty you get only 1 life. But there is also a difficulty where you get a certain amount of life and more lives with level ups on certain level ups, and roguelike difficulty and an exploration difficulty which I chose, which has just infinite amount of life. It has some in-game explanation, like a god just pulls you out of your death and etc. But we all know why this happens. So if you don't really like this kind of gameplay where you die and you lose your save, you can always play on an easier difficulty. For example, you enjoyed the number game, but you don't like just dying randomly and losing all your progress. Well, it's fine. The game kinda suits all of us in the end. Let me do that. By the way, as I said before, this game is played in this kind of graphics, but you can change them just a little bit. I don't really remember where. There's a lot of options. Like you can change the interface, I think. In the game options. Online, MISC, UI. I think it's in UI. Graphic mode. I'm not going to try to explain because I don't know. Okay. The rocks in space are moving. Who would have thought about that? Yeah, by the way, don't even try to think why can we breathe air while we're in space. It's not Earth, it's not our world, it's different world, so I guess just deal with it. Also, if you find this area for some reason hard or you don't want to deal with it, in the first place you can just not take your quest. But also, since you're a mage, you start with a special teleport spell, which will allow you to teleport to your magical university at any point, which has it has a shopkeeper, it has some space for you to, I guess, regroup and then return to action. Okay, let's move a little bit quicker because I want to show more of the game and it's harder to do in this area. Now I'm ramping, I'm getting quicker. Let's just do that. I want to have a bigger fireball and let's buff our spell, blink spell. In this game it is very important to stay on top of your shielding spells and on top of your escape spells, because you will get into situations where you are very low on health, you're in very bad situation, and this is not uncommon in this game, so you will have to adapt. And I really advise you to not just go into damage. This game is not going to forgive you for doing something like that. And also, as you can see here, this enemy has a little tiny purple stuff on top of its health bar, and also it has an orange name, and also it has a rank of a boss, so it's a boss. Every single boss has a different description for it. For example, this one, can I see it here? I don't see it here. Of all things, it doesn't have a description. Huh. Really? Okay, but you can see if you hover your mouse, like in the middle there, under the main weapon, which is an iron sword. It uses an iron sword, but it's a spatial disturbance anomaly thing. I don't know how it works, but I guess anomalies in this game world can use stuff like that. You can see the description. It's just a hole in the fabric of space. It seems to be a source of the expanse of instability. Like, Basically, to win this first quest, we will have to kill it. And it's a really bad position. Let's change it. Another one of you. Okay. Die. And another one. Just die. I said die. Good. Why are so many of you there? It's kinda crazy. Okay. Now we are ready. I'm not going to use my arcane spell because it has 100% arcane resistance. Sometimes enemies have not only resistances but also affinities, so they will not only block the damage but also get healed by it. So be careful. And where are you? Here. Unlike all the other enemies, it doesn't have a physical vulnerability, so we'll have to do without that. And here. It also has a blink spell and uses it like, I don't know, randomly. If it decides to use it, it will use it. And here we go. We have completed our first quest, the Spell Blaze Fallouts. Why it's Spell Blaze and why it's Fallouts? Well, there is a lot of lore, and if you want to know the lore, you will have to play the game and you will have to read it, because it's a lot of text. A lot of. And our next quest is Echo of Spellblaze, I guess. And we got an achievement. And if you want to see the achievements in this game, let me show you everything. And I cannot see everything. Why? Ah, it's only current achievements. I remember seeing all the achievements here. Show known lore. Huh? I guess something is bugged. I don't know, but it's not important. So this boss drops some loot, and you can see here like 7 things. Well, let's collect it. And we've got an unique item, a void star, and every unique item has this kind of I don't know, a letter that explains its lore and just says that it's a unique item. You have to use it, like it's very cool. By the way, my quarterstaff that I was using, what is happening? Huh? Okay, my quarterstaff that I was using is attuned to darkness damage. I needed to change that. And as you can see here, all the items are in green. It's not to show that this is a new item, no. On the it means that it's in my transmutation chest, and by the end of this adventure, I guess by the end of this floor, it will be transmuted into gold. Because like in games like Diablo, it has a lot of loot, like a lot of it. So you might have to play a little bit with it. What this does? What this does? It's really good. Let's equip it. It replaces our lantern and has a little bit less light, like 1 tile radius smaller, but it gives me more damage, so why not? And also it has a unique ability. Yeah, it does a little bit of damage. I don't really need it, so put it here. And now that we defeated our boss, let's level up. I like the stone skin, I think. Yes. And I want to have a bigger lightning. Oh no. A bigger fireball. Now our fireball is a beam spell. It's really good. shielding. Yes, it's also good. And this is a really good time to showcase how sustained spells kind of work. This one, for example, this spell has a mana cost of 10, but this one has a sustained mana cost, so it will take out my maximum amount of mana and just store it. Like I have 174, now I have 159. So I'm trading some of my mana for some passive benefit, which is explained here. And let me cast this stuff and return to... I said return to Earth or Maj'Eyal. And we are here in the world. You don't need to go in there and say stuff like, hey, I completed my quest. You will get your reward like just straight away, usually. There are some quests that will say that you have to return. But if it says that the quest is complete, it's complete. And there's an apprentice. He wants to become an archmage, but he needs to find a magical artifact, and we say that we want to help you. Okay, important thing. If for some reason you are starting as a mage, your first dungeon will be this one. Well, you would think so because it's really close, so why not go to there? But as you can see here, the minimum level is 8, maximum level is 20. This dungeon has really dangerous mobs, and I do not recommend it. Instead, just go north. And this map, this is Overwolrd map, where you will see all the dungeons in the game. It's not randomly generated, it's always like that. Some stuff will be randomly, how to say, placed, randomly appear. Well, not really randomly. All the events are, how to say, they have some random chance inside of them, but they're predictable. You can always know when stuff happens, and this is big part of the game. You try to remember all the stuff, and you work with that accordingly. And as you can see here, the minimum level is 1, maximum level is 9. Perfect. Let's go here. And it's nice that it showed me. This is a Trollmire. It's a starting location for any other class that is not a mage, or it's not a that doesn't have a starting, I guess, quest, specific starting location. Like mages do have that. Some other classes and racers even have some specific locations. And for this one, it's a bit unique. As you can see here, it has a lot of water, and you can walk on this water like no problem. It's shallow water and has land, but usually there is no water. This is a special modifier on this location. Some locations might have a special modifier. Again, every location is predetermined. It has a special layout, it has a randomly generated terrain, which is specifically chosen for this type of, I guess, dungeon. But sometimes it has a special modifier, which will affect the final boss of this location. And let's shoot it like that. Who are you? Why do you have a shade here? Someone is casting shades. And another really important thing to say about this game. You can see here something creating these black balls of darkness. It's not you, it's just a troll. It's probably under here. Yes, here. This is a regular, I guess, enemy that randomly became a rank of rare. Like normal enemies, they have rank of normal, but this one is rare. And there is, I guess, another level above this. It has some randomly chosen player class. For example, This one is cursed. The class is no, it's here. Classes, doomed, and it can roll more than one class. It can multi-class. As a player, you cannot do that, but enemies can, and they will have this advantage over you. So be careful. Like if you find a high-level mob and it's normal, it's usually okay. But you find a rare enemy and it might mess you up. Like the one-shots in this game are not uncommon. So I would advise you to start playing this game on a not a roguelike difficulty, like maybe adventure difficulty which has a certain number of lives. Or if you want to just see the game for it, or for what's it worth, you can start with exploration difficulty. But really this game shines when you are struggling against it. So when you feel a lot more accustomed to it, you can try to play on roguelike as it's intended. And we have a bit of lore. It was just a scrap of paper that we picked up, and there is something written here, like lore stuff. You can read it if you want. I already know it, and not everyone is here. Again, a rare enemy and has a class of berserker, so it will use the same abilities that a berserker player would have. So if you know this class, great, you have an opportunity to counter it. But if you don't know this class, well, it's an opportunity to learn it again the hard way, I guess. But if you are really struggling against some rare enemy, you can always just select this class and play it and see. Maybe you will even like it. And this is a unique boss of this location. A troll hedge wizard. As you can see, it has a rank of unique, not a boss, but it's still a boss. Oh, and this is a good showcase. It was a unique, it was a high level unique, and I have 144 health. I scaled my health and got a one-shot. That is why I'm playing on this easier difficulty, so I can showcase you all the stuff that will happen to you. And so on this easier difficulty, I'm in this space location where I can regroup, recover my health, recover my cooldowns, activate my sustains, and talk to this guy and say, hey, I'm a god entity, you have to like survive and stuff, and will return you. Thank you, I'm ready to go back. And you die again, you sustains, and if you're playing on difficulty with lives, you will count down your lives. So be careful, and this is why I advise you to play on difficulty where your lives matter, because this kind of gameplay will bore you out. Like you can just die and try again, enemy doesn't even do anything, like it has the same amount of health, but when you have something to lose, believe me, it becomes another type of game. Now we defeated it, and it has a really nice pickaxe, and it's time to again, I'm talking about all this stuff, because it has a lot of mechanics. Come on, return me. Would like to see a pickaxe. So why do we have a pickaxe? Is this like a tool of war? Maybe I will use it to hit stuff? No. It's a tool of digging. It has a talent of dig, and I don't see. For some reason, I don't see the time it takes. Usually it says so, but again, we have a dig talent, which gives you ability to dig down or cut down trees, and it takes 12 turns based on your current best digging available, digging tool, because this is a really nice pickaxe. Oh, it's here in the name, dig speed 12. So it will use your best ability to dig, but also it has some stats when it's worn, wielded. Like it gives you armor penetration, and gives you damage when hit melee, and it changes damage, and when carried, some effect when carried. Most of the stuff you find in this game doesn't have effect when carried, aside from pickaxes, but there's some rare stuff. And what it does, well, it removes terrain, like here. And as a mage, we have a special spell, Pulverize of Auga, which can use to, again, dig through stuff for a mana. It's instantaneous, it has a cooldown, and it also deals damage. Great. And it's really important for you to learn this ability, because it will be important if you want to survive. But we'll have to explore a little bit. We found ourselves an exit to the zone. We can change our attire. Let's go with that, because we don't have anything better. Also, you see here, requires heavy armor training. I don't even have... It will be here. For some classes they have special armor training talent. I don't even have it. So I don't even have an ability to wear heavy armor yet. There are also teachers that can teach me in this world. Okay. Let me finish this location. And this will be the end of this video. I guess it's enough to see what this game is about. Okay, rare. Let's finish it quickly. As you can see, this game is not about exploration, so it has this nifty little feature of after exploring, to expedite your process of just moving through this land. It's a bee, it cannot hurt me, I guess. Let's remove some debuffs. And here, let's increase this one. And I don't know, ages. Let's kill both of them at the same time, because we are mage, we are very cool and very powerful. But not like some guy with an axe that can just die to anything random. By the way, if you see a unique or rare enemy, it doesn't have to be like immensely overpowered. It still has a rules of a base type that it is. For example, this Hornet Swarm, it's a really weak enemy that can be one-shot. So if it's a rare Hornet Swarm, you know that it will not do much damage to you. The same way, the Poison Ivy, it cannot move. If I stay here, I see I'm clicking myself, so I'm keeping turns. It's not moving. And has a really short range attack. So unique ivies can be very easy, but something like a troll or a spellcaster, well, that might be a very difficult thing. Okay, we've got a new room. It's good enough. And as you can see here, I have 3 runes. This is free. And I have only maximum of 3 runes or infusions that I can take. So if I try to use it, I will have to replace one of them. And you have only 2 of the same type as well. So I can have only 2 shielding runes. No more nor less. Or, well, I can have less, but why? Armor. This one is nice, I guess, but I don't really need it. Blindness immunity. No, let's take it. I will leave it. And some leather gloves. A wizard hat, because we are a wizard. And we need a hat. I don't really need it. And an active item. But this one goes into this inventory. And so it doesn't matter. I'm not a melee guy. And I still can use this pickaxe while it's in my inventory. And we have an active kind of item. Again, it's not a consumable. It can be reused multiple times. It just has a cooldown. And that's it. End of the zone. Oh no, what I'm doing. Dragons, they always spawn in... The hatchlings always spawn in groups of 4. Like some enemies have different unique qualities about them that you will learn through playing. And let's expedite this process. And our enemy here, again, it's unique enemy to this unique modifier of the starting location, but it's not too hard, so you'll just kill it. And here we found a note that says, oh, actually on this map we have a secret location with treasure. Usually most locations in this game have only 3 layers. Some specific ones have more. It's well, it has its reasons. And this one has 4, because why not? And let's not die. Let's not miss. A lot of rare enemies. And let's heal. Oh, come on. I'm being too fast. Okay. Mana Search of Titans. And why I'm using a headset comparing tool? Because it can... Well, the base game comparing system is not really good sometimes, so it's useful to have. And this game has a lot of mods, so if you like to mod your game to make it, I don't know, more interesting, easier, or whatever, this game also offers this to you. Planar Beacon. It's magical, so it can be given as a quest item. Better stuff, whatever, let's build it. Ring. An item of arcane disrupting forces, and this is one important thing that I want to mention. In this world, magic is in contrary to nature. Nature doesn't like magic, and magic wants to control nature. So there are items that infuse it with magical abilities. Like, for example, I don't have any. Like, really? Like here, powered by arcane forces. So if you're a nature class, probably don't want to wear these things. Or maybe you're an anti-magic class, then you can't you just can't wear these items. They can be powered by, well, just crafted by a master. That's why they are good. They can be powered by nature or psionic forces, or like in this case, magic disrupting forces. And if I wear this amulet, well, it explains to me, hey, you're a mage, what are you doing? You are more likely to fail your abilities. Don't do this. It's a mistake. So, as you have seen here, this game has a lot of stuff about it. Like, really a lot. And I don't want to make this video really ginormous. I think it already is. But I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, we can try it. This game is not very expensive. And it's really fun. But if it's not your stuff, well, you can always just ignore it, but you can also try it. Maybe you will like this. My job here is just showcase you what this game has to offer. Now, let's kill this boss and end this episode with a death of me, I guess. Haha, I'm lying. I'm too good at this game. You will not get me. Come on. Take some damage for me. Nice. And we've got an unique item. Well, the only thing that I want to show you that on level 10, 20, 54, you get also a category point, which allows you to unlock different categories, like more powerful spell categories that are more, how to say, specific to some playstyle. Everything is explained here, like shortly, but also you can look at these spells in advance and see, maybe you like it, maybe you not. Maybe you want to play as a fire mage and you want to spec into wildfire. Well, you have to complete an achievement because you don't have this. Well, anyway. That's it for this video. Good luck.